Dear learners, this is Shashi Ramachandran. I'm here with another video, and in this video, we are going to learn about systems of accounting and also we'll understand about the branches of accounting. Now, broadly speaking, there are two systems of accounting, and that is double entry system and a single entry system. Now, this double entry system of accounting was developed in 1494. And under this system, actually what it says that every transaction has two aspects. And this system recognizes and record both the aspect of the transaction. Let's explain me with this with an example. Like a transaction of a business says that goods are purchased for cash. Like rupees 10,000 goods are purchased for cash. So that means here this particular transaction has two aspects. One, the stock will increase with rupees 10,000 goods. On the other hand, the cash will decrease by 10,000 rupees. So here double entry system is a system which actually recognizes these two aspects and also record in the books of account in this manner only. So recording of financial transaction in the books of account with the double entry system means both the aspect of the transactions are recognized and recorded in the books of account. So this we can say is a systematic system, or it is a way of scientific system. Why? Because here both the transactions are recorded. On the other hand, as the name says, single entry system is the one which doesn't record the transaction on a double entry basis. That means sometimes it records only say one aspect, or in some cases it records no aspect of the business transaction, and in some cases it record both the aspects of the business transaction. Okay, because this is something where like a very easy way to maintain the accounts, to keep the books of record, because this is something and this particular single entry system is not recognized by the Companies Act 2013. And this double entry system is recognized by the Act, Companies Act 2013. So double entry system is the one where the companies which are registered and have to submit their books of account in the registrar office, they have to follow this double entry system only, because and this system is a proper system. So let's understand some of the features of this system. Double entry system, as I said, that it records both the business has a two transaction has a two effects, and both the effects are recorded. And remember, two accounts, if I say two accounts, so one account the goods were purchased, so one account is a purchase account where it was which that transaction will be recorded. Another is a cash account where it will be recorded. So in one transaction, that is purchase of goods of worth rupees 10,000, will be recorded in these two accounts. So it affects two accounts. Okay, so here it affects actually the one account, it will affect on the debit side, and another account it will affect on the credit side. By balancing in this way, it balance the equation. Okay, so somewhere like the both as somewhere if amount cash is going out, then of course something is coming in. So it has two effect and both the effects are recorded. So debit and credit is nothing but the two sides of the of an account. So one side is called as a debit and another credit. You will learn more about in this in our next later chapters. So debit, it actually balances the account, and since it balances the account, it records both the aspect. Therefore we can say that it actually gives a true and fair picture. When we prepare a final accounts, then we get a true and fair picture of profit and loss or a financial position. It is actually based on the accounting assumptions, concepts, principles. So since it follows a proper rule, proper procedure, therefore it has to follow all these assumptions and accounting principles. Okay, then also it helps in preparing a trial balance. Now what is this trial balance? Trial balance is basically a list, a list of account with their balances. If I say cash account, it gives you the picture of cash account balance. Purchase account, it will give you the picture of, means it will tell you the purchase account balance. Sales account, machinery account, furniture account. Okay, so like creditors account, fine, expenses, rent account, wages account. So it gives you the balance of each and every account which is maintained in your books. Fine. So if in case the system, double entry system is followed, so of course this trial balance will be accurate or will be balanced. So this will give you that this list will be balanced, because one side if it is recording on the debit side, other side it is recorded on the credit, or you can say plus and minus. If one side it is adding, another side it is deducting, so always the equation will be balanced. So it also checks the arithmetical accuracy. Okay, so coming to the advantages, of course, since we are recording on a double entry basis, both the aspects are recorded, therefore it gives a complete record of a transaction. Checks the accuracy by preparing a trial balance, determination of the financial position, and ascertaining the profit and loss. So true and fair picture of profitability and financial position. Scientific system, why? Because it follows the principal accounting principles, accounting assumptions, it follows a proper procedure of accounting, and also it prevents the fraud, because we are not leaving any aspect of a transaction. If that transaction has two aspects, both the sides we are recording. So it also helps in a decision making and control, because this is the system where management can take a proper decision, because all the aspects are recorded in this. Also same thing, this one helps in comparison of results. Okay, because it's not leaving anything. Moving to the next one, single entry system. A single entry system, as I said, it is something which is recorded. Either it record, sometimes it records for some transaction. It records both the aspect, and in some transaction it records only one aspect, and in some it doesn't record any aspect of a transaction. Therefore, it is also called as accounts from incomplete record. It is not complete. The reason, it doesn't record the all the aspect of the business transaction. Okay, so in this, all not even the businessman doesn't maintain all accounts also. So this method is not a scientific method. It is, we can say, unsystematic, unreliable method of keeping accounting records. So usually it is kept by a small scale traders, as I told, that the one who are not supposed to submit their books of account, means the to the registrar office. They are not, for example, your this sabji walas and the cart, uh, the one who carry their goods on the cart, so they do not maintain in a proper way. They don't have the knowledge of accounts, so they just keep a record, a simple record, that what comes in, what they have, how much they sold, what cash is coming in. Then they record it like, they do not keep the record of their cart, though it's a property for them, but they do not charge any depreciation on that. Okay, so it's an incomplete record. So single entry system, so there is a chapter single entry system, a separate chapter for you in class 11th only. So we'll learn more about it in that chapter. So there are two systems of accounting, that is single entry system and a double entry system. Okay, now let's understand the next topic, branches of accounting. Now accounting has, there are many actually, but we are going to, the main major branches of accounting are three: financial accounting, management accounting, and cost accounting. Okay, now what we are learning is financial accounting. We are learning financial accounting, under which we prepare our profit and loss account, balance sheet. Okay, which gives us actually the picture of financial position of the business. Here, so here financial accounting is something, this is a branch where accounting is to keep a record of all financial transactions. So the profit earned or loss sustained by the business during the accounting period, this is what it calculates. It shows the financial position of the business as at the end of the accounting period, and then the financial information required by the management and other interested parties, that also get we get it from this branch of accounting. Now moving to this management accounting. Basically, management accounting is something which is related to the accounting, the one which helps the manager to take their decisions. Okay, so management accounting is something like to make the policies, to prepare a report, to take a decision, to plan for the future, to take an action to control the organization, what decision they have to take. And this actually management accounting is based on financial accounting and cost accounting, because they get their data from these different accounting branches, and then only they that becomes a base for their decision. So management accounting is something where the reports are prepared, the graphs, the presentation is with the help of a graphical presentation, or reports are prepared based on these only, and they it actually helps them to take a decision. On the other hand, cost accounting, as the name says, it actually analyzes the expenditure. To why expenditure on a production? Why? To ascertain the cost of various products. So what was the expenditure, total expenditure to produce a particular product, so that they can calculate, adding the profit, they can calculate the cost of product manufactured by the firm, and also they can help, it helps them to fix the prices. So cost accounting is related with the cost of the product, price is sale price of the product. Okay, so in this and also it helps to controlling the cost and providing necessary costing information. So here we prepare cost sheet, labor sheet, expenditure sheet are prepared under this, and this branch of accounting is basically to take the important decision regarding the cost and expenditure, or the sale price, or the profit of a company. Mean not only, not exactly the profit, but of course the cost of the cost involved in producing the goods. So in this, we can say that financial accounting, we learn about journal, subsidiary book, ledger, trial balance. On the other hand, cost accounting is something related with cost sheet, material cost, labor cost. Okay, and management accounting analyze based on financial accounting and cost accounting, they make a analysis. Again, these are different tools of analysis: trend analysis, ratio analysis, fund flow statement analysis, cash flow. They prepare different reports, MIS reports, interpretation, budgetary reports. So this analysis is done again based on the data provided by financial accounting and cost accounting, and this actually helps the management accounting managers to take managerial decision, to plan for future. So these were the branches of accounting, and I really wish that you understood this topic, and you I hope you like this video. Share this video with your friends, and do subscribe to my channel Exuberant Learners. Also click on the bell icon to get the latest updates on my channel. Thank you.